Revelation chapter 9. The fifth messenger blew his shofar, and I saw a shooting star in the sky fall to earth. He was given the key to the bottomless abyss. He opened the bottomless pit, and smoke came out of the pit, like smoke from the blast furnace. The smoke from the pit darkened the sun and the air. Locusts came out of the smoke and onto the earth, and they were given power like earthly scorpions have. They were forbidden to harm the remaining grass on the earth, or any green plants, or any trees, but only the people who didn't have the seal of Jehovah on their foreheads. They weren't allowed to kill anyone. They were only allowed to torture them for 5 months. Their agony was like the pain of a scorpion when it stings someone. In those days, people will look for death, but they won't find it. They will long to die, but death will elude them. The locusts resembled horses prepared for battle. On their heads were what looked like golden coronets, and their faces looked like human faces. They had hair resembling women's hair, and their teeth resembled lions' teeth. They had breastplates that appeared to be iron breastplates, and the sound of their wings was like the roar of a vast number of horses and chariots rushing into battle. They had tails and stingers like scorpions, and with their tails they had the power to torment people for 5 months. The king who ruled them is the angel of the abyss. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek his name is Apollyon. One catastrophe, brackets, woe, is past. But there are 2 more catastrophes to come. The 6th messenger blew his shofar, and I heard a voice from the horns of the gold altar that is in front of Jehovah say to the 6th messenger who had a shofar, "Release the 4 angels that are tattooed at the great river Euphrates." And the 4 angels were released. They had been awaiting this very hour, day, month, and year to kill 1/3 of humanity. The number of cavalry troops was 200 million. I heard their number. While I looked at the horses within view, and at those who rode them, I saw that their breastplates were fiery red, dark blue, and yellow. Their horses had heads like lions. Fire, smoke, and sulfur came out of their mouths. 1/3 of humanity was killed by these 3 plagues, by fire, smoke, and by the sulfur that came out of their mouths. The power of the horses was in their mouths and in their tails, because their tails were like snake heads that inflict injury. The rest of humanity who weren't killed by these plagues still didn't amend their ways so as not to worship demons and idols of gold, silver, brass, stone, and wood that can't see or hear. They had no regrets of their murder, witchcraft, sexual immorality, or robbery.